What do you hear? Go on. Listen again. Is it Yanny or is it Laurel? In May of 2018, this single audio clip didn't just go viral. It took over the internet. It sparked a global debate that divided friends, families, and offices into two fiercely loyal camps, Team Yanny and Team Laurel. It became a social experiment in real time, with everyone asking the same question. How can you possibly hear something so different from what I'm hearing? A Twitter poll with over 500,000 votes showed an almost even split. 53% heard Laurel, while 47% heard Yanny. But this wasn't just a meme or a fleeting argument. This was a fascinating scientific phenomenon playing out on a global scale. It was the auditory equivalent of the dress, that infamous blue and black, or was it white and gold, garment that made us question our own eyes a few years earlier. So, what was really going on? Together, we're going to solve the mystery. We'll break down the acoustic trickery and the brain science that turned one sound into the internet's biggest debate. We won't just explain why you hear what you hear. We'll prove that, in a way, both sides were right. And I promise, by the end of this, you'll be able to hear both words from the exact same clip. Before we get into the science, let's rewind to how this all started. The story doesn't begin in a lab, but with a high school student studying for a literature class. In 2018, a freshman named Katie Hetzel was looking up the word Laurel on vocabulary.com. She played the audio, but instead of Laurel, she heard Yanny. Confused, she shared it with her friends, who immediately started arguing over what the word was. Hetzel posted a poll about it on her Instagram, but the clip truly exploded after it was picked up on Reddit and then amplified by YouTuber Chloe Feldman on Twitter, unleashing an internet firestorm. The world was instantly captivated and divided. People were baffled that someone listening to the same sound on the same device could have a completely different experience. This type of phenomenon is a powerful auditory illusion. The technical term for it is a perceptually ambiguous stimulus. Think of it as a puzzle with missing pieces. The audio quality is low, the information is garbled, and our brain is forced to make a choice. It has to fill in the gaps based on the evidence it receives. And as it turns out, the evidence for both Yanny and Laurel was in the recording all along. The real question is, which part did your brain decide to focus on? So, how can two totally different words exist inside one tiny audio file? The answer lies in a fundamental property of sound: frequency. Think of a human voice not as a single, flat note, but as a rich chord made of many different layers of pitch, low, bassy tones and high, tinny tones, all mixed together. These layers are called frequencies. The secret to the Yanny and Laurel illusion is that the acoustic information for each word is hiding in different frequency bands. Scientific analysis of the audio clip confirmed this. The acoustic cues that form the word Laurel are found in the lower frequencies. Meanwhile, the ghost-like cues for Yanny are present in the higher frequencies. But if the original word was Laurel, where did Yanny come from? The original word, recorded for vocabulary.com, was indeed Laurel, spoken by an opera singer named J. Aubrey Jones. However, the clip that went viral wasn't that pristine original. It was a degraded, noisy version. The process of being saved, shared, and re-uploaded likely involved playing the sound through speakers and re-recording it, which introduced a lot of background noise and distortion. This distortion and added noise weakened the original signal, essentially creating the ambiguity that allowed a Yanny sound to emerge from the higher frequencies. The result is an acoustically messy signal. Your brain hates ambiguity, so it acts like a detective, desperately trying to find a pattern in the noise. When the primary acoustic information is unclear, your brain has to guess what it's hearing. Depending on which set of frequencies, the low Laurel foundation or the high Yanny overtones your brain prioritizes, you end up with a completely different perception. For everyone in Team Laurel who has been arguing with your Team Yanny friends, and vice versa, I'm now going to give you the ultimate proof to end the debate. We're going to manipulate the audio to show that both words are undeniably there. First, let's take the original clip and use an equalizer to remove the low frequencies. We'll strip out all the bass and midtones, leaving only the high-pitched sounds. Listen now. Almost everyone, even the most hardcore members of Team Laurel, should now clearly hear Yanny. You can hear how the high-frequency information forms the distinct ya and e sounds. Okay, now let's do the opposite. We're going to take the same clip and filter out all the high frequencies, leaving only the rich, low-frequency information. Let's listen. And there it is. Crystal clear. Laurel. This simple experiment proves that nobody was wrong. Nobody was imagining things. Your brain wasn't broken. It was just tuned to a different channel. So, we've established that the audio clip itself contains the information for both words. But the most fascinating part of this puzzle isn't just the recording, it's us. Several factors related to your own body and your environment play a huge role in whether you hear Yanny or Laurel. First up, your age. As we get older, many people experience some form of age-related hearing loss, which typically affects our ability to hear higher frequencies first. This biological fact is a major factor in what you'll hear. Younger people, with hearing that's still sensitive across the full range, were more likely to pick up on the high-frequency Yanny. Older listeners, whose high-frequency sensitivity may have declined, were more likely to tune into the lower-frequency Laurel. Second, your equipment matters a lot. Were you listening on your phone's tiny speakers or with a pair of high-end, bass-heavy headphones? Most phone and laptop speakers struggle to reproduce low-frequency sounds. They tend to roll off the bass, which can automatically emphasize the high frequencies of Yanny. Conversely, if you listened on a good sound system with a subwoofer, the deep, resonant frequencies of Laurel would be much more prominent. And third is the power of suggestion, a psychological principle known as priming. The very fact that you were presented with a choice, Yanny or Laurel, primed your brain to be listening for one of them. Before the sound even played, your brain was anticipating a pattern. If you had heard the clip without any context, you might have just dismissed it as a garbled word. But by giving your brain two options, it was actively trying to fit the ambiguous data into one of those two boxes. If you thought it couldn't get any stranger, there's one final twist. Researchers have found that it's possible to make the same person hear both words simply by changing the sounds they heard immediately before the clip. This is known as manipulating the acoustic context. In some experiments, playing a short introductory sound with its high frequencies removed makes the listener's brain more sensitive to the high frequencies that follow. As a result, people were more likely to hear Yanny. Then, they flipped it. When they played a precursor sound with the low frequencies removed, it made the listener's brain focus more on the lower frequencies in the main clip. And just like that, the same person would now hear Laurel. This incredible finding shows just how adaptable our perception really is. Your brain is constantly adjusting its own settings in real time based on your immediate environment. So, let's bring this full circle. It's time to rerun that famous 2018 poll. Let us know in the comments. What did you hear at the very start of this video? Are you Team Yanny or Team Laurel? And after hearing the science, can you now hear both? We'd love to know if this explanation changed your perception. And if you enjoy breaking down the science behind viral mysteries, Make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next investigation. The great Yanny versus Laurel debate was never really about a single word. It was a global lesson in neuroscience. It revealed that our perception isn't a passive window onto the world. It's an active, creative process of construction. Our brains are inference machines, constantly taking in messy, incomplete data and building our reality based on our biology, our tools, and our expectations. Yes, the original recording was Laurel, but the true, more profound answer is that what you hear is your own personal reality, a unique interpretation forged inside your mind. And that is far more interesting than any single word could ever be.